Crypto Capital Venture made a new video on the Bitcoin spot ETF approval. So that's an amazing thing people have been waiting for. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing today. The spot ETF approval has been a talk of the town for a long time. But spot Crypto Capital Venture has been about crypto in 5 years now. And this spot ETF, people are absolutely excited. They're reacting to it. They're talking about it. It's really bringing crypto community together. If it's false news, if it's not full false news, if it's going to get approved or not, it's really a beautiful thing to see. As people are finally taking aside, and building crypto communities together, unifying basically for one single thing, and that is getting the spot ETFs approved. So that's the really exciting thing. If you ask me, I feel like a lot of people have been talking a talk of the town back in 2018 when it was denied, because we didn't know what crypto was. Crypto really is like your aunt coming to, family dinner, but you don't know why she's coming. And you don't really want your aunt to be at the family dinner, but because she brings like a ton of gifts, then it's also pretty awesome. So you kind of start to like her. And then every single year or every single month, you see your aunt again and you expect more gifts, right? And sometimes she brings you stupid gifts like socks. Who's going to use socks anyway? And other times she brings you cash. So that's where really Bitcoin is. Sometimes we get really good news. Sometimes we get terrible news, which really does not matter and shouldn't be even talked about in that sense. And that's where I find the real excitement is crypto is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And with the spot ETF, we don't know if it's going to get declined. We don't know if the whales are going to sell 100 million next day, because the whales do know what's going on in the market. The whales do know what they are doing. And here's where I find it really exciting is just the massive price potential this could have. Just imagine the impact of Bitcoin being listed on the major exchanges that we have been waiting for such a long time.
Today's price is around 79,000 Bitcoin. Imagine $79,000 Bitcoin being scooped up. And I saw somebody kind of did the math. This could equate to around a $61,000 Bitcoin. So there's this premise, there's this case that Bitcoin, off of this week's news, the approval and the inflow of capital scooping up BTC, it could achieve $61,000 Bitcoin. So now we have this piece of data in play with that initial lower high Fibonacci resistance, right? 47,000 to 58,000. I first want to say, I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think is going to happen. I want to say, if Bitcoin breaks, first off, if Bitcoin breaks nicely above the 618 line at 48.
What's 618 line? I think when 61,000, I think that was like all-time highs.
8,000, that's a big move. That's something it really has not done. But if it actually breaks above that line and approaches the 786 at $57,000, pre-Bitcoin halving.
I mean, $67,000 is not going to be simple at all. People think it's going to be easy. But last time that happened, there was actually a massive problem in the crypto space, and every single whale decided to sell. Sure, it could last, but it doesn't mean it will in that sense. So that's where I really don't know if these levels are going to be sustainable in that sense. But I'm definitely hopeful that they would be. That would be pretty cool.
And then it breaks above $57,000. This is massive. This is absolutely massive for Bitcoin, right? We have the short-term symmetrical triangle. The shorter-term symmetrical triangle we've been talking about is a $50,000 target. I think that is a very normal move for Bitcoin with or without the Bitcoin spot ETF. I think that's an area that Bitcoin price could achieve very easily this week.
So 67,000 before the halving would be an absolute incredible move. The chance of it happening, I don't know how big it is in that example. Something I'm worried about with the Bitcoin halving basically is nobody knows for sure where crypto will go in the next few years, and you can't really predict if Bitcoin is going to be seeing 67,000, but if it does, it's going to bring a ton of people back. It's going to be like a unification of sorts, and that's going to be the real awesome stuff inbound for for what people have been waiting for such a long time, to basically have all these people together. As you said, your aunt coming here and seeing these prices. It's what happened in the last bull run. I heard people talking in the gym about crypto all the time. Now they stopped talking about it, mostly because it's not those bear markets, not those prices we saw before, but it's a good start. It's definitely a good start to make people come back.
Bitcoin could break through $60,000 and do something it hasn't done in previous cycles. But at the same time, when I really start thinking about it, when I really start visualizing the news coming out, right? When I start visualizing it, I can't help but think that there is going to be so much volatility.
That's for sure. I definitely think when the prices are so high, someone could end up selling everything overnight, and that's where the big problem definitely lies in that sense. Like, who knows how far these prices can go, where they can go. It's problematic. It's problematic for sure, but I am still hopeful to see basically these prices improve in that sense, seeing some major opportunities in that aspect. Who will basically know what the prices are, right? Nobody. Nobody knows for sure. And I am really hopeful in that sense that we are going to be seeing more of cryptos exploding like that. But if you guys want to be kept up more to date, smash that like button as well. Definitely tells me the whales are inbound.
If it gets approved,
And it's gonna get approved. It's like the 100% approval rate. It's absolutely gonna get approved. Nobody thinks it wouldn't get approved because it's cool. It's just pretty much awesome. Everyone likes it. Why wouldn't it get approved? So that's something I'm excited about.
the pump off of the news, crashing back down, shorts come into play, they get liquidated as it pumps right back off of some type of short-term support, up and down volatility. And all the while, and I think this is what's important to me as a macro investor, the Bitcoin spot ETF, this whole era and all of this speculation and anticipation, it's going to be over soon. And
so yes, finally we're gonna get our answer. What is happening with crypto? What's not happening with crypto? That's gonna be the exciting part about it. Is there's not gonna be any more bad price calls or bad price predictions of where crypto will go. So I am definitely hopeful to see more of crypto rises, of more crypto pumps, and they're going to happen in the long-term sense. But right now, we still aren't too sure of what the whales will do. It all depends on the whales. If they decide to sell everything, we could be a bit of pickle. But as long as we get listed, we could get this small pump that everyone has been waiting for. Again, the big problem is that the whales right now are selling it big. And they're basically selling and dumping a ton of Bitcoin. So how can you get those prices to 67,000? It's going to be really hard. But if you guys want more content like this, smash that like button. And I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.